on, y'all? It is your girl, Janiqua, and I am back with another reading for you guys. And I'm being called to let y'all know that everything that is happening around you guys is normal. There are things that y'all been asking me about, whether it's normal or not. Your nervous system is adjusting to things going right. All right. Also, you've been shedding layers that don't belong to the frequency. That's normal. Okay. So the little bit of things that is being let go, like certain opportunities and just people, places, that's normal. Okay. You've became the receiver, meaning you pick up now what others can't. You sense the truth before it's revealed. And that's scary for you guys. All right. That's really scary for you guys because y'all are being given more psychic awareness. And that's why y'all emailing me and calling me and asking me, all right, to do the reading, because it is scary. Y'all got special glasses. You know that movie, I forget what it's called, but when a person see people as regular humans and then he put on the glasses and he see them for who they are, and it's zombies, it's like demonic faces and stuff like that. Okay? So you sensing the truth and all of this before it's revealed, and that's what it's like being chosen. All right? You are just realizing in this season that with these blessings, it's coming with things being revealed to you that you never thought. All right? You know, you coming to terms with understanding that it's not always pretty and comfortable being chosen. All right? It's not always kumbaya because of the things that you are now able to see. It's no veil. It puts you in a weird position because you got to cut something off, or you got to reject the offer or opportunity, because even without the physical proof yet, so they don't think, all right, you already have discernment. So the divide between the sleep and the awake is growing wider every day. And you are just a part of the collective that is awake. All right. When you put on those glasses, you can't take them off. Right. When you choose to become awake and when God is working through you right now, you can't take them off. All right. And that's when you tap into your high priestess energy. All right. Learning how to get over your fear of things. So it's normal. And let's tap into your energy. Archangel Michael and Legua. Please protect me, protect my mind, my body, and my spirit. Let's clear on my chakras as we tap in to the most important messages that surrounds my everything's energy. Wow. Ancestors in reverse and intentions with that wand upright. You know, everything is about intentions. I don't care if you light a candle. I don't care if God knows your intentions. All right. When you're trying to invoke spirits, all right. When you're trying to call upon ancestors, all right, to help you, all right, in some things, okay, it's all about the intentions. Let me tell you, even with the Orishas, just because I mess with the Orishas, let me tell you, hold on 1 second. Let me get my dog. Because I work with the Orishas and I know that they powerful. If my intentions is always to curse somebody, all right, because that's what's going on. Somebody trying to, with the intentions to invoke the ancestors. But how do you know it's with a negative intentions? Because why would the ancestors come in reverse? You know, if there's anything, I know how to read these cards, and that's why y'all trust me. Because when somebody's right, they right. All right. And I don't always go to spell work, all right? Because just it's the intentions. Anything is spell work when it comes to trying to switch and manipulate energy against somebody's will. Your ancestors is not up for that. Your ancestors is not going to go to war with other ancestors, all right? For real, they not. And when you are intending on doing something and you think your ancestors don't know, it makes it really bad for you. Okay? Because somebody's trying to invoke with the intentions on doing something reckless. And that's why the ancestors is like, no, ancestors in reverse. All right? It's like the remembrance card, because it say remembrance. It's like they not remembering anything on how to use their magic. Okay? So this is backfiring. Something is backfiring. This is backfiring energy when it comes to a very, very ill intentions towards obviously you, because you guys are getting the reading done. Come on, Pop. Come, get treat. So, it didn't work. All right. Also, there is a strong sense of ancestor energy around you that is powerful. Again, this is not about, oh, who ancestors is better. It's about ranking, and it's about respect, y'all. For real, there's certain codes, there's certain laws in the spiritual realm where certain ancestors is just, they're not to be played with, because their people on earth is living righteous. Their people on earth is doing what needs to be done. Their people on earth is not out here moving reckless. I'm also getting segment. You know, you got to tame that. When you got so much power, and when you know your ancestors coming for you, you know, we all reckless for a little while, but you got to learn how to tame that. So there's a lot of ancestors, all right, literally, that is just not willing to go to war. For real. They not willing. It's not about being scared. It's about respect to your bloodline. So the intentions did not work. The invoking of the ancestors did not work. And it's actually backfiring. Like, this comes with repercussions. Okay? And that brings me back to the download that I've mentioned before I started to pull these cards about you being chosen. I don't care if things been working on a lot of other people, but when it comes to a true chosen one that's out here doing the work, I'm getting ringing in my left ear. Talk to me, spirit. Okay? There is certain rules. Okay? So, let's get more into your reading. Look, boundaries. This is the sword of truth. All right? This is the scripture. This is the word of God. All right? This is the Holy Spirit. Okay? This is prayers. Spirit, give me more on this energy, please, and thank you. Somebody try to create warfare with the spirit guys, thinking that they was trying to wave warfare or you whole time. They done did a whole different thing in the spiritual realm. So you could imagine what's taking place for them in this, oh my gosh, respect. I wouldn't lie to y'all. Okay? I wouldn't lie to y'all. It's about respect. All right? It's looking like you come from a bloodline that is heavily invested in probably root work, probably spell work. All right, definitely learning how to ward off evil and relying on God to protect what's yours. Learning how to do that yourself. This is respecting my money. The pentacle to respect. All right. People out here keep trying to play with your money in the spirit. All right. Thinking that they low. All right. Thinking that their ancestors don't see the intentions behind the stir up on why they mad. It's about your money protected. All right. The circle has been cast around your money. All right. And your foundation. You are not to be shaken. You can't be shaken. Everything is solidified around you. All right. People are to put respect on it. You know, your ancestors are showing people. Okay. You know, like there's different classifications with these angels. Your ancestors don't play. You hear me? Your ancestors will declare war whether you like it or not. If you're not, because not respecting you, all right, doing things and trying to invoke spirits and ancestors against you, clearly shows them there's no respect to the bloodline. When they're not respecting you, they're not respecting the bloodline. This is more so about ancestral bloodline and ranking and what is not going to be tolerated here on earth. Every evil altar burns tonight. Every evil altar that had the intentions to do anything against your free will burn. Now, this might not manifest in a physical burning. Every evil thought, every evil conjuring will backfire tonight. Because the circle has already been cast, the protection has already been done. You know, when you are somebody like us, my everythings, we gotta keep doing praise and prayers every single day. You hear me? Because if you live in righteous, all right, spiritual hygiene is a lifestyle. All right? It's about respect. Okay, so, oh my gosh, mirror magic. All right, so a lot of people was working on your beauty. This could have manifest in people talking about you and trying to make you feel like, try to make your confidence level go down or decrease. This could have manifest in trying to turn people against you and you feel like you're doing something wrong. All right, this could have manifest in people talking about your looks to where now you don't even like to shine. All right, or this could have been physical mirror magic. All right. But if you look at this card, do you see that energy that they conjure up? All right. They done conjured up something playing with you. All right. And it's probably been coming to their dreams. It's probably coming through paranoia because they feel a spirit around them. And they know that that's not their spirit gods. All right. What's upon these people right now? It's not their spirit gods. They know that. They know that the things that are unfolding in their life for playing with you, all right, done got them into a lot of things spiritually, all right, that they are scared of, that they are paranoid about. They know that this is not their spirit gods. That's why it's in reverse, all right? For a lot of you guys, their physical appearance, it's like the spirit that they done conjured up or played with in the spiritual realm, not thinking, like not even protecting themselves really, all right? All by just an intention, all by just, even if it's so real with this type of energy that is on this table and how you are coming out as so protected. This is like even when somebody go and they intend on doing a spell, maybe buy candles, maybe even pray that you doing something to them, whatever it is, however they go about it, whatever. And then they think about it, right? They think about it and they be like, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Just with the intentions the first time will be severe. Because of the ranking you at. You think that my everything, you think that you doing all of this work, you healing, aside from, it's one thing to get material blessings. Like we've been seeing material blessings. We've been seeing the love, all right? But every reading, y'all, is not going to be about love and romance and karmic. Every reading is not going to be about your money because the reading's been coming out. Okay? It's about the ranking and the respect and the closer that you've grew to God. Like I just posted that in my community boards. All right. If you're not getting closer to God every day or trying to get closer to God every day, all right. And I'm not just talking, I'm talking about in that Bible. I'm talking about really believing God. All right. Because a lot of people really do not believe God. All right. They will believe in Orishas. They will believe in every other freaking entity. All right. And they won't even acknowledge Jesus. I'm not saying Jesus is God. All right. Because even Jesus said in the Bible, do not follow me. Like, do not praise me as God. Jesus is just a physical. That's neither here or there. But people will praise every other thing other than God and Jesus, as if it's only the Orishas, as if it's only the archangels, as if it's only the Buddhas and stuff like that. Okay? There is an entity that is sucking the physical life out of somebody. All right? Literally, they have zero protection, y'all. Okay? Literally zero. I'm hearing, y'all don't hear that? That is the ambulance, and the sirens. I'm hearing you all siren. You all siren. Yemaya is out here. Okay? A lot of you guys are starting to be aware of who your bloodline is. All right? A lot of you guys grew up in churches. A lot of you guys grew up in other things. All right? And now y'all being really tapped into the point where y'all really starting to be exposed to who y'all really connected to. And it's spirits. It's probably things that might contradict or go against what you have grown to be. And it's like, that comes with repercussions, even if you don't know. Once you choose, chosen one. When we're talking about chosen one, we get chosen because we start to choose to see without the veil. It's not some magical thing. But once we make that choice, and no matter how dark things get, we don't fold, baby, we become untouchable. It's all with the intentions of knowing our ancestors. All right? It's all with the intentions of knowing and remembering and honoring those that came before us. How is it demonic? Okay? And also, every ancestor, like, learn your ancestors. Like, some ancestors done did some crazy mess. All right? I'm just getting like, somebody is all over the place with even honoring certain people. Just because you're an ancestor done honor. What if that ancestor done did some foul things in a family, if you know what I'm like, that been coming out too. Honoring just anybody. But they real ancestors. That's just like I even said in the YouTube a short while back, when my mother is from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Okay, and her father's my mother from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and my dad, my papa, he Cherokee Indian. All right, full blown. Like, that's neither here nor there. All right. So she was like Catholic, and my dad is black, and he was more like Baptist and like stuff like that. I hope I'm saying it right. So I've always been in between churches, but I grew up like now. Y'all see what I practice, still believing in God, but at one time, I feel like once I started to like be in spirituality heavy and learning about my orishas and stuff, because I was taught that Jesus was God. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm learning this, I feel like, and I had to repent for that, I feel like I was demoting Jesus because I'm really learning that we are all gods and stuff like that. So I had to really check myself. But that's okay, because I forgave myself. Because when you learning about the real stuff, it just gets you hype. But that's why you got to tone down. But anyway, so I got to remember, I'm learning about, on a deeper level, how I'm connected, because I feel so strongly connected still to this day with the Orishas and stuff. But I also have to get in the Bible. At one point, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't getting in the Bible. I was really I was claiming I wasn't dismissing God, but I was kind of like denoting Jesus, I feel like. And I literally like checked myself, because my family read the Bible, both sides of my family. My dad's side, they were hairstylists, and they were like tarot readers, right? But they were worshipers. Like, they used to be in those churches. You hear me worshiping. My mother and them was tarot readers too, but they was more of dealing with Santeria. But they was still church. Okay? So I had to remember, like, maybe, I'm getting connected to the Orishas and the archangels, and I'm learning about all these other spirit guides that I got connections with and want to work with me, but my ancestors, like my father's side of the family, my mother's side of the family, was in that Bible worshiping. You hear me getting that scripture, having an arsenal with scriptures. So it's all about balance. It's not that, my ancestors, my roots, like my mother, my grandmother, both of my grandmothers that passed, both of my grandfathers, that's who I really want helping me too. because the more the better. All right, but if I dismiss them, I'm not going to really learn how to break these generational curses because they was in my family. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. So somebody, their ancestors is not working with them, all right? They done conjured up a spirit from the mirror. I don't know if they've been working with the mirror. I don't know if they've been talking bad in the mirror. I don't know if they've been hyping themselves up in the mirror to do some intentional crap to you. Whatever it is, they done conjured up a spirit of the shadows, baby. Look, secrets. Okay? So I'm gonna go on with the Orisha deck, and then we got Yemiya on the bottom of the deck. I'm gonna go in with the Orisha deck because it's more like an ancestor deck, being that we got ancestors in reverse. Spirit, give me more on its intentions. They already sent out the intention. It's like once you send out the intentions, some things you can't take back, even with words. Wow. Somebody was trying to do spell work or was trying to put people against you when it comes to your work. All right. The Eight of Pentacles is you having a talent and you believing in it and you focused on it. All right. The Eight of Pentacles. All right. So the Seven of Pentacles is finding a skill, right? Remembering that you got a skill, it brings you joy, right? And the Eight of Pentacles is sticking to it, right? And then the Nine of Pentacles after this card is reaping the luxury and the income from sticking to it. After seeking, Seven of Pentacles, what you like to do. So imagine you are choosing once again to focus on your dreams or a skill that you was born with. You know, I always say, any dream and any gift or talent that you was given, all right, if not worked on, if not mastered and developed, it will become a curse, unused. All right, so imagine you guys are in the era of really, really having the opportunity to work and invest and find an income and build off of something that you like to do. You invested. And these people are intending with the intentions to destroy. Like these people be trying to lie and say, oh no, I wasn't trying to destroy their work, or no, I wasn't trying to put people against them. Whole time you cannot lie to spirit. Imagine y'all going after y'all dreams and y'all really following and being obedient to God and really like, I'm going to work on this because I know that this is a gift. And you got some weirdo in the background, really, really with all their energy, projecting negative intentions to your work. This could have manifest and people just downgrading your work. People say you stealing. People say you're just doing everything else other than what's true. Trying to not give you the recognition, try to really, really destroy your character surrounding your work and what you've been working towards, what you've been focused on. All right. Ooh, look, and it can't stop it. The Three of Wands. All right. The Ace of Wands is an inspired action. So this, I always say, we do not think ideas. We don't think thoughts. We receive them. And that's why so it's important to meditate. You think meditation, you think God just wants you to be quiet for no reason? All right. We sitting here thinking, oh, we think thoughts. Oh, when we get an idea, oh yeah, I'm so smart. No, you better be lucky because there was a certain time where you had time to shut up and be quiet and God gave you sent in that thought. So the Ace of Wands was an inspired action you was called to take on a project maybe or work on a talent. All right. And God was going to supply however that may came. You took that and you started to plan Two of Wands. With this Eight of Pentacles, you stuck it through. All right. And the Three of Wands is saying, this is the rewards. This is the returns. This is the ships coming in. It's not in the water like the regular Three of Wands coming in, but this is the mother lode. All right. This is fully protected by spirit. All right. This is the torch. This is generational. When you see the torches, you know, in the Ace of Wands, that's one Ace of Wands. This is Three Wands. That means that this is generational wealth. That means that your money is protected. This means that all the hard work did not go in vain, because when you go, money is still going to be generating through your bloodline. All right. And that's why you are trusted and protected. And you have so much resources now because you are chosen. to keep it going. You are royalty. So that, you too strong. The intentions to destroy your work, your name, and what's behind your name, and how you carrying out your bloodline name. All right, it was too weak. All right, the mother load is here. Expect, I'm hearing in 3 days. All right, in 3 weeks. In 3 hours, I'm hearing set your time in 3 hours for 3 hours and 33 minutes, all right, or 33 minutes, an hour and 33 minutes, set your time and you'll get some sort of confirmation of something, maybe some sort of deposit. But whatever it is, this will last 3 generations, all right? This is about generations, 3 generations, okay? Look, it was a battle. Spirit, give me more of these ancestors in reverse, please and thank you. Wow, Ogun. Ogun. All right, so first of all, Ogun. So I always say, Alegwa says yes, clears your road, right? He's like the one that say, all right, you go. But in the jungle, in the forest, just because you get access to that road, it's going to be debris, right? So Shango comes in and gives you the contract. All right, you got to go to the legal. You know, I'm just giving you, so Shango comes in because he's depicted as justice. So Shango comes in and comes give you the contract and a permit to tell you, you could go. They spoke to Alegba, you cleared, and now you got the contracts to open up this path. You got to do the work. So Shango come and give you the justice, court ordered, all right, it's a go. Stamp it, all right, and then Ogun come and clear up. Nothing with that he deals with iron, all right? So whatever, any type of warrior, he's a warrior spirit, all right? He's a warrior spirit. So I don't know if people were trying to call on Ogun, and I think in my other reading, like when I do ancestor readings, I realize that people sometimes get a little afraid, and I'm sorry, all right? It's nothing to be afraid of, but even if I call on certain orishas, like a lot of people usually talk about Oshun, all right, but there are other orishas that I don't even mention that play a huge role in our lives. They walk this earth before us. So I was seeing in my last reading that there are a lot of people that are thinking certain spirit guides is a spirit guides, and the whole time they are going against the grain, okay? But Ogun is coming out saying nothing could get in the way. You already been cleared by a leg while that came out of my last reading. That's like the road opener. All right. But just because the road open, you got to get still, and you still got to get through other people. It don't just, it's rules, it's laws. You call up on Shango to bring you to justice. So even in the material world, just as in the spirit, so like when you want to do business or something, you get the road open for a business, the green light from a leg. Now, if there's any legal documents, LLCs that you want to make legit, you call up on Shango to like really help you do the right thing, to really be legally to have everything legal set up right, you know, righteous, remain righteous. And then Ogun clears up any debris, y'all, clears it up. Don't sleep on Ogun. It's just like he's also connected with I forget. I don't know how I forget, but maybe not a point right now. You don't want it to be said, but yeah, Ogun is very powerful when you're talking about war. When you're talking about in combat, all right, I'm dead serious. So whether, you know, like even coming out as one of your ancestors, being Ogun, there's a lot of ancestors, other people's ancestors that is not going to go against Ogun. If Ogun is clearing away and there is some sort of dispute with you and somebody ancestors is trying to block that way because of that person, it's what? They can't do it. And I'm not saying somebody ancestors is better. This is not about that. It's about respect. Read up on Ogun. Ogun is not to be thread lightly. He's just as, and he's all about vegetation. You know he's strong. He's all about good health. All right? He's all about that. Okay? He live out his days in the forest. He knows all about hunting. He knows all about, instincts. He knows all about that. He knows the ins and outs of the woods and stuff like that. He teaches you about that. All right, clearing your vision. Okay, clearing the path. So a lot of people, the ancestors is rejecting. All right, war. All right, they like, nah, look, because Ogun is ready. Do you see these cards? Ogun is, once you are connected with these Orishas and you are really doing the work and you are intending to use their power the right way, all right, remember, Orishas and all of these, I'm just using the Orisha deck, so that's why I keep saying Orishas, but this goes with any ancestors you are learning about and you trying to call upon, even Buddhists and stuff like that, because there are deities and stuff that you can use for money. When you become spiritual, there's so many paths, but remember, these are still spirits. And if you don't have a balance between your roots and not trying to remember your roots and trying to call on spirits to go against other people's ancestors, like powerful like this, it is going to be severe repercussions. Okay? Look, the Nine of Pentacles, and then you got Yanza, Oya. All right? Oya governs Scorpio energy. All right? She is the death card. She deals with, the wind, and she's also one of Shango's wives. But she controls the weather. All right? She controls the natural forces of the air, all right? And she brings an uncontrollable change, like towers, all right? Uncontrollable endings. Uncontrollable. For you, the uncontrollable endings that you had to learn from Oya, Yanza, it was for your greater good. You had to get comfortable with unexpected change. You have to get comfortable with death. That's the card she governs. She governs Scorpio. But for others, she's coming like these Orishas really go hard for the people. All right, especially when you're honoring them on earth, when you are respecting them on earth. All right, these are warrior spirits. Oya is a warrior spirit. She fight amongst the men. All right, and she was dating, I think, Ogun and Shango. That's neither here or there. All right. And she's best friends with Iku. So these are warrior spirits where there's a lot of ancestors that's not about the play. Look, because you are producing fruits. You are planting. You are sowing seeds. This is a lot of seeds. This is a whole field. All right. I'm hearing you've been in the field. The Nine of Pentacles is being in the field. For real. In other words, the Nine of Pentacles is independent success. You usually see them in another way, on a right way. But this is on our terms. This term, we in the field. The Nine of Pentacles is in the field. Okay? Growing more, elevating more, sowing more. Like you move from just a garden. Now you enlarge. God enlarged you. But God did not enlarge you just to not do nothing and show it off. No, God is expecting you to grow those seeds just as much as you want the space, a field. Oh, I expect those seeds. Okay? So you are in the field. You are protected. Okay? So Spirit, give me more on this Pentacle and protect. Y'all, this is a good reading. Oh my God. Didn't I say Iku? Y'all. These are very powerful but dark spirits when it comes to vengeance, when it comes to war. Like, this is like off with your head. Like, this is the spirit of death. This is like the Grim Reaper. All right? With that scythe, with that tool, that is clearing everything. That is like not only clearing, that is like beheading. Ending, no more. With no remorse. Like, who would have remorse? Out of the Orishas. Maybe Oshun. But even her wild side, like, you gotta remember, these spirits is nice, yes, but maybe Ocean, you will have a better chance of having remorse from a spirit than, like, probably Ocean, maybe Jesus. For real, maybe Jesus, but not these spirits, y'all. Because you're sowing the seed, you're expected to do, like, you on a mission. All right, look, the Six of Swords. You've been seeing a lot of birds, all right? Everything is protection around you, all right? This is like, you don't have to travel. There's certain things that you don't have to do on land to be completed. It's being taken care of another way. You have another route. You have another option. You have another direction. You have, like, this is unstoppable. Oh, a lake bar. That's why I said, once a lake bar say it's clear, all right, and it's becoming a little harder to not be clear, okay, the air element. So, give me more of this mirror, this scrying. Also, the scrying mirror with the shadow could be people getting readings on you, trying to see in your future against your free will, trying to see what's your next move or what's coming towards you, so they could try to stop it. All right, look, in the world card, the earth and the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is somebody trying to make people easy prey, or feeling like people are easy prey by projecting their shadow. That's it. All right, projecting their shadow, screaming, doing everything and trying to pump fear. All right, trying to create an illusion as if they are more scarier than what they actually are, as if they have spirits when they actually don't, protecting them and riding for them at dawn. All right, so the Three of Swords is like, they done been swallowed up. You know, a lot of you guys have mastered the art of being as wise as a serpent, but as peaceful as a dove. Okay, so this earth done swallowed these people up. All right, they are closed. The gate is closed. Like, the exit to evolution for a lot of your enemies is closed. All right, and these ancestors is not playing. All right, and the travel through realms is not going to be pretty. All right, so I love you guys. Let's get some advice. I'm talking about sirens. All right, it's giving sirens, stuff like that. Fish, mermaids, dolphins. Spirit, give me any advice or closing out messages for this reading for my everythings in regards to this message. The female issue. You are the female issue. All right, you are you are the female issue. All right, that's who's behind this. Okay. This is like, Ishu deals with commerce. He deals with here, with the materialistic things here on earth. He's the Orisha that walks here on earth with us, that gets our messages and stuff. So these people might be petitioning to a legwa or a spirit. So say, even, because I know everybody don't believe, like, even believe, that's okay. If you do not believe in Orishas, don't feel like God, you're not any less of a God. But say maybe you could replace this. Maybe you believe in Archangel Michael. Maybe you pray to Archangel Michael instead of the Orishas, right? And somebody praying to Archangel Michael against you. Whole time Archangel Michael is the one working through you. You are Archangel Michael in a female form. Okay? So don't get caught up on this Orisha deck, because I don't want to program or try to push a narrative to make y'all follow what I follow. But if this is your reading, try to flip the Ogun and Yemiya and Oya to more of something that you probably pray to. Even if it's the disciples, whatever. All right? You are the female version of whatever that they're trying to pray. All right, it's like this is like the messenger of the messenger. Okay, so that's what I have for you, and that's confirmation for you on why you're so protected. Okay, I love you guys, and we got the water element out here. All right, that's definitely connection to spirit.